Two NFL owners, two prostitution arrests, 7 years apart. One fought it for 19 months and walked away with nothing on his record. And one was arrested Sunday morning and had the whole thing closed by Monday.
Breaking news just coming into our newsroom. San Francisco 49ers owner Jed York arrested Sunday morning in East Palestine, Ohio. Columbiana County Jail tells us he was originally arrested for solicitation of prostitution and possessing criminal tools, which was a cell phone. York bailed out on Sunday. He pleaded no contest this morning to charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools.
And in both cases, somebody else paid. So what actually happened in Ohio? You may already know it by now, but on Sunday morning at 9:35 a.m., East Palestine, Ohio, police assisted Mahoning Valley Human Trafficking Task Force arrest John Jed York, the principal owner and CEO of the San Francisco 49ers, at the Wheat Hill mobile home community. So the original charges were engaging in prostitution, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Second charge, possessing criminal tools, also a first-degree misdemeanor. He posted a $5,000 bond, and on Monday at 8:30 a.m., which was maybe a few hours ago, in the Columbiana County Municipal Court, he appears with an attorney. Prosecutors moved to amend the prosecution charge down to disorderly conduct. Granted, he pleads no contest to both. So 1 day per count, concurrent, credit for time served, $11.50 in fines, phones returned, a $160 forfeited to the task force. Case closed in under 24 hours. That's efficiency. So York is a Ohio native, Youngstown area. He's a Cardinal Mooney grad. So being in that part of the state isn't unusual for him. But here's what makes this more than just a mugshot story. In February 2019, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots in Juniper, Florida, the Orchids of Asia day spa, nice. Kraft is charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution as part of what police described at the time as a months-long human trafficking investigation. At least 25 people are charged, and Kraft does the opposite of what York just did. He pled not guilty. He denied any wrongdoing, and his legal team goes after the search warrant, arguing the hidden cameras police installed in the massage rooms violated Florida law and the Fourth Amendment. And how about that? They win. Patriots win. Patriots always win, don't they? In 2020, a Florida appeals court ruled that Juniper police violated the rights of Kraft and others by secretly recording them. The video is barred from trial. The Florida Attorney General's office declined to appeal further, warning it could have broader negative consequences for further investigations. In September 2020, prosecutors dropped the charges against Kraft and against all 25 defendants charged with misdemeanor solicitation. The state attorney said plainly that without the videos, they were ethically compelled to drop the cases. Kraft was never convicted of anything. He issued a public apology but denied illegal activity, and the record is clean. 19 months of constitutional challenge, charges gone. Versus arrested Sunday, pled out Monday. Two owners, two completely different strategies. And I bet the difference isn't guilt. It's what each man calculated he could survive publicly, right? Now, here's the thing I actually want you to sit with. Both of these operations were framed publicly as human trafficking investigations. And in the Kraft case, none of the men charged with soliciting were ever accused of human trafficking. The state attorney said outright they could not prove trafficking beyond a reasonable doubt. So the men walked, the women didn't. In the aftermath, one woman connected to the spa was ordered to pay $20,000 to the Juniper Police Department, plus $5,000 in other fees. The spa manager pled guilty to soliciting to commit prostitution and got a year probation, thousands in fines, community service, and mandatory STI testing. Many of the women involved were middle-aged immigrants. So, just to recap, the billionaires' charges were dropped on constitutional violation. The women who worked in that building were convicted, fined, and put on probation. Everybody in that building was in the same building. And I'm not saying anything about the Ohio case that isn't in the record. We don't know who else was arrested there or what happened to them. But that's exactly my point. We don't know. Nobody's asking. The only name in the headlines is the one with the football team. So what does the league do at this point? The NFL has a personal conduct policy and owners are held to it. The league has said repeatedly that owners and executives alike are held to a higher standard than players. And there's a precedent for what that actually looks like. Jim Irsay, rest in peace, of the Colts in 2014, arrested on drug charges, suspended 6 games and fined $500,000. Jerry Richardson, rest in peace, Panthers, fined $2.7 million after the league investigated into workplace misconduct allegations. He sold the team. Jimmy Haslam, Browns, legal trouble at his company. Executives convicted in a fraud scheme. He wasn't charged. The league never disciplined him. So the policy exists. It's been used, and it's always been quietly skipped, which is exactly the question. Not what Jed York did on Sunday, what the league does about it on Tuesday. As of the taping of this video, there's been no 49er statements or NFL on the matter as of yet. 2 things and I'm done. 1, I've covered a lot of cases on this channel where a man's own words from 10 years ago got read to a jury, where song lyrics become evidence, where the machine took 30 years and never let go. Then there's a Sunday arrest and a Monday plea and a closed file. I'm not saying anybody broke a rule to make that happen. Misdemeanors get pled down constantly, and that's a real answer. I'm saying you can watch 2 clocks side by side, and you don't need me to tell you what you're looking at. 2, the thing that stays with me isn't either owner. It's that both times the operation was sold to the public as rescuing people from trafficking. And both times the men with the lawyers were fine. If you build an operation to save people and the people it convicted are the ones you said you were saving, then whatever that operation is, that's not what it is, right? Am I confused? Am I getting that wrong? So, question, should the NFL suspend Jed York? Yes or no? Kraft fought it and won. Jed York pled out in a day. Who made the smarter move? One word in the comments below. Kraft charges got dropped because police violated his civil rights. That's the system working exactly as designed. So why does it feel like something else? And is that feeling fair? So if you're new here, I can't let you all get to it before I do first. You know, it ain't no fun if you know how the song goes, or you may not. If you know, you know. So, should the NFL suspend Jed York? Uh, I think so, based on if the allegations are accurate, and that's independent of what he pled down to. You know, based on the facts, what was actually alleged from the beginning. If he really did these things that he was arrested for, regardless of a criminal conviction, they should suspend him. Uh, I think that is definitely against the code of conduct policy. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Who was smarter out of Kraft and York? Um, I, I think they both can be smart. I think they both are smart. They got out of it, but probably, probably, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to argue who's smart while getting caught doing something dumb. And I say dumb because when you have all the money in the world, I mean, obviously you don't have all the money in the world, but when you're a billionaire, multi-billionaire, you can't do your dirt more discreetly than that. You have to go and take these kind of chances. Is that what the whole thrill is? Is it the thrill of getting caught or going to jail? Is that part of the rush? Could be. I don't know. I don't know. So, you know, I guess they both are smart. Can they both be smart in that question? I don't know. That's my take on it. And lastly, it does feel like something is wrong. I don't think the system is made to protect the I don't think the spirit, I guess it kind of is made to protect who it protects. And those with resources clearly have a different legal system than those of us without. So they are protected by it, and the rest of us without means are kind of victimized by it. So which is kind of the story within the stories here. The women who are allegedly trafficked are abused on one end, and after the the legal system gets involved, they are abused again. So I don't think that's necessarily fair. I don't think that is right. I don't think that is the spirit of what these laws are supposed to do. I think they're supposed to protect the victims, and the victims, I believe, would be the women, not the gazillionaire owners. I think, if I'm getting that right. So, but if I'm not, feel free, straighten me out in the comments below. But that's my take on it. More importantly, what is yours? What's your take? Please let me know your take in the comments below. That's all I have, though. Please like, please share, please subscribe. My name is Jay Cal. This is the Clout Report. We go live every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you there. Peace.